If ever I had a video, would you dance in it? Would you dance in it, in it? Oh, sunshine.
Let's get into it.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Tena Show. I hope mko poa, I hope mko fiti. Najua mjanimi sana, last week mliniona, mlituona, some of us, najua mko poa, and thank you so much for always being here to listen to our opinions and our voices, beautiful voices, and looking at our beautiful faces. Yes. Leo we have another guest. Nimewaletea another very intelligent guest. Mwenye introduce in just a few moments, but I'm really hoping you guys are doing okay back at home in whatever you guys are doing. I hope your market sell. I hope your market sell. Anyways, so yeah, I'll let my co-host introduce herself.
Hi guys, it's the one and only Essie. I'm so glad to have you back. Thank you so much for always viewing what we have for you. Lakini comment. You guys, I need to know what you think.
Yes.
Yeah, tusikuwe tunaongea hapa peke yetu. And I'm so excited to have our guest today. She is very, very smart. Lakini nataka kujua pia nyinyi what you're saying. Yes. So, we're so glad to introduce to you the wonderful Mo. Yeah. Mo, please tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name is Maureen, and we'll find out if I'm intelligent.
She's selling herself short. So msituone mabombo. Yako juu sana.
I mean, yeah. If I'm hanging with them, I shouldn't be intelligent.
Yeah, so na washukuru sana also for being here. Thank you. For those of you wenye mna watch kama hamja subscribe. Hey, sitaki kusema mtakuliwa na siafu, sijui stima zitapotea na uko na iPhone. Sitaki kusema vitu kama power bank itaharibika. Sitaki kusema vitu kama hizo, but kachonjo. So to be safe, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, ndio usipitwe na content moto vibes on vibes, okay? Yes. So today's topic is a very, very profound topic, a very deep topic, hata sidhani hata tutamaliza kuiongelelea leo, but we will just do what we can and say what we can about the issue. So today's topic is friendships. I know everyone knows ball. Everyone knows ball hapa. Hapa najua mko na story na nataka kuzisikia pale comment section. Nataka kusikia your stories about your friendships, zenye zime work out na zenye zija work out. We need to hear everything you guys are going through in your friendships. So yeah, I'm going to start kwanza hata before tuanze. Let me start with a fun fact. Nani anajua the full name of hospital? Hospital stands for
Krankenhaus.
Krankenhaus. Okay. What does H, like hizo initials zina stand for?
I will know. I know that in the next.
Unajua ni malitupa kwa wagonjwa wanaenda kutibiwa. Okay, I'll read you what nimeandika ndo nisisahau pia. House of sick people including treatment and labor. I know hata wewe huko unajua ujui, huko unajua ulikuwa ushaanza kuingia ChatGPT na hata hiyo ijui. Yes, so it's House of Sick People including treatment and labor. That is the full name of hospital. Msiseme sijawa educate. I'm also intelligent.
Excuse me. Where is the House of Sick People that includes treatment of labor?
Yeah.
Treatment of?
Treatment and labor.
And labor.
Yeah. Where can I find a House of Sick People? Whatever, man. Anyway, back to our actual topic. So, friendships. First of all, before to dive deep into it, I'm going to ask a question that seems a bit common, but it carries a lot of depth, So, I'm going to start with our guest, Mo. How are you doing? Uko aje? How are you?
Okay, thanks for the question.
Yeah.
So, I'm okay, I would say. Mm-hmm. I'm grateful to be alive.
Yeah.
And to get the opportunities that every day bring forth, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so generally I'm just happy. And yeah, the sun is out and bright. and that's something that I'm also very happy about. So yeah, I'm okay.
All right. AC, tell us, how are you doing? Like really, 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 how are you doing?
Yeah, there's this thing where people say, ukiulizwa how you doing, you automatically say, I'm okay. But I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm very okay.
You're not the enemy that is suffering.
I am not. Yeah. How are you?
Mimi I would say I'm okay. I'm not okay juu kwanza penye niko. Okay, acha niseme first of all I'm okay juu siko pale nilikuwa a while back, nimesonga mbele, but I'm also not okay cause sijafika penye nataka kukua. But I know with you guys help nitafika. I will arrive na tutafika pamoja obviously, of course, because unajua you guys are the backup support that I have and I appreciate you sana sana sana. Apart from that, I wanted to know how important is it to ask your friend how they are? Like unaona ile wenye unamtext tuseme tuliko tupatane, unamwambia hey uko, like do you ask your friends how they are doing? Hata kama it's like just a formality venye tu umesema, it's like a formality, hey uko aje, but most people don't actually ask. Hiyo ndio kitu hata imenishangaza. Most of people hata wenye I thought we were friends, like ukiscroll kwa chats hakuna hata mmoja ashaniuliza how you are doing. Inakwanga tu hey nifanyie. So do you guys ask your friends how they are doing? Hata kama it's just a formality, it's not like you really care how they are. Hata akikwambia they're not okay, maybe you won't say anything about it, but you guys think it's important to ask how your friends are doing?
Yeah, I do think it's important. I feel like when people are friends, you automatically assume when your friend is going through something, atakuja kwako, but there's always something about reaching out and asking uko aje, how's life taking you, what are you going through? So I do believe it's important to ask. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Mo?
Oh, so yeah, it's important to ask and also re-ask. So sometimes when I ask someone if they're doing okay and they say yes, but I can see their energy is a little bit off, or they don't seem okay, right?
Yeah.
I'll always come back and ask. And I'm someone who will constantly ask until I find an answer. Because again, if you're my friend and you're going through something, I believe that if you're willing to share it, we can both be able to find a solution to it. And also, as they say, a problem once twice shared is twice or halfway solved, whatever the case, but I always believe in asking and re-asking. Yeah. And also showing grace. If someone wants some space until they are comfortable asking, always be like, anytime you want to share, just let me know. Yeah.
Okay, yes. So kama unajua vizuri sana wewe, you don't ask your friends how they are doing, chukua simu now we will give you a moment of silence to text your friends how they are doing. Just I know maybe uko na wale friends wenye amuongeangi hivyo sana on a daily, just text them, reach out, ask them, hey baby uko aje, it's been a minute, like that. You just want to know how they are doing. Hata kama they may not be in a good position to say niko poa, just reach out for them to know uko hapo, for them to ask for help ama ask for a talk as a friend, So let's get into the nitty gritty, okay? So who is a friend? Who is a friend? Friend. Underline the word friendship. Who is a friend?
Well, I feel like before we actually say who a friend is, if we end up in the comment section tuambie who you think a friend is.
Yeah.
Please tell us. But I do think a friend is someone who can offer emotional, psychological support. Yeah. Someone who can be there for me when I'm low. Someone I feel like I can be myself with. Someone I can also share my good moments with. So that's who I think a friend is to me. What about you?
So for me, friendship varies, right? But the basics is someone that I can be my truest version of self around, someone that I'm willing to bring in to my space, and also someone that I'm willing to condone. Because sometimes also there are people you just don't vibe with, their energies are just off. So energies have to align. And also at the same time, like our values and a few principles and morals have to also be similar, because I don't want to seem like a ghost, or you seem like a ghost to me. So also your behaviorism and all that also matters a lot to me. Yeah.
Okay, I also think that there's a point to look on we were talking earlier. We have different categories of people that we interact with. Yeah. So when we say friends, I think you know more about that, so you can tell us.
So in interpersonal relationships, besides the family, of course, we can categorize them into friends, acquaintances, and people that we confine with. Those are the confidants, you know. So for example, with friends, these are people that you've allowed to come into your space, personal space, people you have emotional and intellectual connection with, etc. Acquaintances, these are people you interact with in different spaces. They can be the gym, the office, work, but there's no personal connection. You guys don't share personal things. They don't know very much about you. They just know the surface level information about you. And then the confidant, this is what some people would consider best friends, or someone that you likely to share things that you're not gonna share with any other person. It may be what you're going through mentally or all that. That's the person who is your to go to all the time. Yes.
Yeah, so siku nadhani colleagues wako ni friends. Don't get it twisted. You have colleagues, you have classmates. Those ones I think wanaanguka hapo kwa acquaintances. Hao ni watu mnajuana na wao. Watu gym mates, you know, watu mabro wa gym, watu wenye mnaenda nao church. You know, colleagues, classmates, au tu, you know, watu mnaonananga tu, neighbors, mnawaona, mna interact on a surface level, but they are not entirely in your space. You also have the friendships, sasa ni hao wenye umewaeka kabisa hapa. Umewaeka hapa like Jesus kept his disciples. Yes. So hapo penye uko, just ask yourself, is this person my friend? Is this person my colleague? Is this person my classmate? And that's how you'll be able to know how they're supposed to appear in your life, or how they're supposed to be involved in your life. No, pia usiweke expectations mahali penye hazipaswi kuwepo. All right? Yes. So what are the qualities of a good friend? What would we say is a quality of a good friend?
Well, before I start, I need to ask, don't you think you can find a friend who is also a colleague, or a friend who you also like share some other space with?
You can.
You can.
If over time they've earned your the depth, you know, exactly. The trust. This is someone who you think your values, your morals or principles are aligning. You know, like it has to be earned. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So let's not assume our colleagues are friends. Have they earned the title friendship? Yeah.
Na yeye mwenyewe, do they know they are your friends? They are not colleagues. Kachonjo.
Hey,
kachonjo. Kuna watu wanataka kukumaliza wewe.
But I feel like most people are always against this idea of having colleagues as friends. Why do you think that is?
I think for me it's because of work. I feel like it's like working with your friend. Because sometimes people can take advantage of the fact that your friends, because you work together, they can lag, like they can come short of the work because where you are the friend, so you'll cover whatever they didn't do. At the same time, Pia, maybe I think it's like that because you don't know this person completely. So venye tu mwamesema, you can be friends according to the level when you umetrust huyu mtu, according to the level of venye yeye amekuweka na umemweka. You can call each other friends. But wewe ukidhani ni friend yako, kumbe yeye anaenda kukusabotage uko kwa manager, ashasema makosa ulifanya 1 million, you know. So yeah, I think it comes down to pali mmewekana.
Yeah, because actually I've seen where people, you just throw somebody under the bus so that unaweza kuwa, you know, maybe promoted or something.
Ogopa.
So it's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
It's a bit tricky.
It's because of that toxic work environment dynamics that are always there. But also at the same time, just to add on the point she said, that it brings the aspect of, if you're friend with someone, they might slag or something. But also, to be honest, if someone is your friend, don't you think they should do the best?
They should.
Right?
Some believe that when ni rafiki yangu, you should be able to cover for me. When ni rafiki yangu, you should be able to do this and that and that. So kwa job ya na feel kama wewe unajua na mimi sijui, si ufanye. It's when ni best yangu, just cover for me. But I don't think basi that's a good friend.
It
Juu
shouldn't
pia
be.
yeye they should be able to do their part juu anajua pia wewe you have a lot at your own time, you know. Yeah, so I want to also ask juu I think I find it difficult to know who is my friend. Nitajua aje huyu mtu ni rafiki yangu na hatujakaa chini tuseme by the way we are friends friends, you know, tuseme sasa tumeanza sasa from now it's friendship, you know.
Unataka kupropose ombe, can I be your friend?
Yes, you need to go on one knee and tell me, please, baby,
Please.
will you have me as your friend? Yeah, but so utajuaje mtu ni beshte yako?
Wacha tuanze na quality zake tuone.
By the way.
Okay, a friend, somebody that is honest, somebody that has respect for me and I also respect them, somebody who actually respects my boundaries, somebody that I can run to with my issues and they won't be all out here wakitangazia tu watu, you know.
Na haya tangazia
Yeah.
mataifa.
So that brings me to somebody who can be loyal. Yeah, and somebody that I can be, somebody who's raw with me and I can be real with that person. I think that qualifies friendship to me. What about you?
So for me, in any aspect of relationships, really, interpersonal relationships, the biggest thing has to be consideration, right?
Yeah.
And consideration is you consider your actions around principles, morals, and all that, right? Also, you consider how something would make me feel in case you do it. Also, you consider to ask me something in case of a situation, right? Like, that's one. As you said, rawness is very important. I want bring yourself, even
Yeah,
with the traits
yourself.
that most people don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah.
Personally, I enjoy people who come to me as they are.
Yeah.
Kuja na hizo principle, hizo vitu zako zenye watu
Vile uko.
hawapendi.
Kuja vile
Kuja
uko.
nazo. And actually be a friend with someone who says I'm mean and I know I'm mean.
Yeah.
I'll be friends with that person other than the person who says they give all the time, they are always this and they are not. I'd rather take the person who says they are honestly not good. I'll work with you because I know this is who
Yeah.
you are, right? So rawness is very important, and also honesty and truthfulness.
Yeah.
I need someone who's very honest and truthfulness. Why are you lying? You're a grown up. Just tell the truth.
Exactly.
And the last thing is respect. And respect for me, I will gauge it from how much do you respect yourself? How much do you respect the things you've set for yourself, the boundaries,
Plug it.
the values?
Blog it.
You know.
Digest that one.
And then the moment I see you respect yourself, then I understand that you'll be able to reciprocate that respect to other people.
Yeah.
So those are very important traits for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think for me, I'll just say 2 words. Communication. Communication is when you are able to say that, hey, umenifanya mbaya, ama hey, umejua hapa, you're doing well, congratulations. Hey, by the way, I heard you started a YouTube channel. Hey, congrats, by the way, how is it going? Hey, you know, communicating with each other, congratulating each other, correcting each other penye umefanya mbaya, and hey, by the way, this is not how you do, correct and all that in a respectful manner, of course. And at the same time with communication, I will say I am one of the people who fall short when it comes to communication. Not that I fall short when it comes to telling people congratulations or that sort of thing. I think I fall short when it comes to telling people how I feel about them. For me, it's very difficult to tell you how I feel about you, especially ukishanifanya mbaya, utaona tu signs. I can't come to tell you, hey, by the way, umenifanyia hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi. I don't know, I can't. Yani siwezi, sijui, I don't know if it's shame or if it's people pleasing, but I'm a recovering people pleaser. So I think it could be one of that. It could be that. I don't know how to say, hey, by the way, wewe ulifanya vibaya hapa, by the way, umenibo sana wewe, you know. But getting to, I think it also comes down to the friends that you have. Kama you feel like you are comfortable enough to tell them umenifanya mbaya, that's a good friend. Because I have a friend mwenye amenigrow sana by the way in terms of your people please aspect. The first time we had a disagreement, I never thought that nitakuwa na disagreement na beshte yangu na tuendelee kukuwa friends after that disagreement, because I thought tukidisagree it means this person, I don't accept the things that they have to say, so atani cut off because we kama utaki mambo yangu we kwenda, you know. But sasa with this person, it just so happened that something happened and I was actually able to tell them, hey, but this and this happened na sikufurahia, and aka apologize na mimi pia nikamwambia baby it's not kubaya, hata mimi apologize for whatever I may have made you feel, na ikaisha na bado actually we got even closer, and I was like, so this one can work, hey, this thing works. So I think it depends pia na venye pia interaction yenu venye iko, ama venye how comfortable you feel like you can tell them. So communication is very important. So kwangu hiyo kuambia mtu venye amenikosea, hiyo ndio inakuanga the biggest hardest thing yenye naweza fanya. Mimi inakuanga tu mostly nitakunyamazia tu, utaona tu I did something wrong but utaijua ni nini, because I just go MIA. I don't know why, but it's not like kubaya or something. I just feel I'm so pissed off, and I'm a male girl, I'm so mean, so I prefer to just keep quiet, because nikiongea kia Mungu, oh my God, I'll say so much bad stuff. I'll say so many mean things. So yeah. So the first one tumesema communication. The second one would be comprehension, because I feel like unaweza ambia mtu kitu na bado hajasikia. Naweza kuambia video umenifanya mbaya, lakini yeye anashanga, anasema sawa basi pole. Pole basi. Basi pole. Sasa unalia. Sasa unatakulia. Like they are like hawaja understand the concept ya venye umesikia vibaya na kwa nini umesikia vibaya. Unajaribu, hata ukijaribu aje kumwenyeza, bora tu haja comprehend the depth of how you have felt, ama haja comprehend your information umempea, then really for them it's not that deep, ama haja comprehend. So communication could be there, but comprehension is quite important. So for me, you have to understand how I felt for you hata ku apologize. Hata kuna watu usema tu pole ndio hiyo story ishe, anakwambia basi pole basi tuende moving on. Yeah, but atarudia tu tena na tena na tena, na utashinda ukimwambia wewe ukumbuki la sema ulifanya hivi na tena umefanya mbaya tena. So comprehension for me is quite important.
Just to mention something, I actually changed the way I say sorry. So if I'm telling you I'm sorry, there's a high chance I'm not putting the intensity of the matter into consideration. So I will say it because it's something we just oftenly say, right?
Yeah.
So I've learned to, first of all, admit my wrong, acknowledge how what I did makes you feel, and commit to not doing that, and then also asking you if we can be okay with that, and if next time when I do something also you can tell me.
Yeah.
Like the more you take that accountability of the wrong, it's easier for the other person to see your intentionality when it comes to it. And also at the same time, that apology is very meaningful in that you'll find yourself not repeating the same mistake. If you step me, for example, and I say sorry, I'm like, hey, but if you say it in another different way, it will mean differently. Like, hey, apologize, I wasn't careful with my steps, and I stepped on you. I'm sorry I ruined your shoe or something. I'll make sure I'm careful next time. Even the way you made that statement,
inaonyesha na you yenyewe uko pole, umesema yenyewe pole. Yenyewe you are sorry. That's true. I also think pia hapo kwa tukisema mambo ya friendships, how to make friends, pia vulnerability itakujia hapo. I think for me niko na shida na kukuwa vulnerable. Oh my God, I cannot let my guard down. Hey, what kind of a life? Hey.
What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of?
I don't know what I'm afraid of, but I am cautious, I guess. There was a time by day I used to feel like people after me, like someone is out to get me. Like, watch out, need a baby. Don't come from Siniroge. Like, I feel like most of the time, first of all, me one overthink. I usually overthink, and I'm recovering from overthinking. Overthinking ni ile yenye, let's say, mtu amekufanyia kitu mbaya na you can't tell them. Like for me, I can't tell. Like I have tried, but I just can't. Especially when you feel like, even if you've already told this person once. You obviously before hata uone you can't tell this person, kuna benye you had tried to tell them. You had tried to tell them, but so unaona kama mtu ha comprehend kenye unasema. So kama for me nikisha hiyo time at that time sahi nijikute but at that time I don't know why nilikuwa najipata take your blame though that I just quashed the whole issue, but sasa baadaye itakuja kunikula baadaye ndo niko like this person amefanya hivi, the audacity, hata jali like ndo nitaanza sasa come back to it, nianze kufikiria sasa sininge I would have just told them amefanya mbaya, ningesema tu, ningemwambia tu, but at that time siwezi mwambia, like inanishinda kabisa kusema. So hiyo ni bado aspect ya people please, na I feel like kama your friend is trying to please you, I don't think you are a good friend if your friend is trying to please you. Like kama anakuogopa to the fact that haizi kuambia umemfanyia vibaya, there is definitely something wrong. Ama what do you guys think?
It brings the aspect of imbalance. Yeah. Because again, if they are your friends, you shouldn't be able to express yourself without hiding versions of yourself, right? So yeah.
I don't know why I don't agree, because I feel like kila mtu kuja with their own personality and issues and traumas. So it's kama the issue of attachment style. So you uko na secure attachment. So and then me, let's say for example, niko avoidant. The fact that I'm avoidant in our how we relate doesn't mean that you're not secure, you know. So that I think that's more of a you issue.
So I think in the same statement we can add the aspect of grace. You extend grace to your friend until they are able to comprehend what you're communicating. You get? Because ushapata saa zingine unaambia mtu kitu na at that point I make sense because haielewi. Genuinely haielewi. Right? So I think also again you weigh other options. Is not the only reason why you stop the friendship, right? You weigh other options and you're like, okay, at this point you extend grace and see how they behave afterwards, you know. Because also saa zingine naweza kuwa sijaelewa hii situation, but I would try to act better, or I actually do act better in the ongoing encounters. So tunaweza, I mean, anything can be right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I guess there is no right or wrong when it comes to friendship. Both sides have their own side of the way they have perceived things. But I also feel like venye tu umesema, that person didn't understand at that time. Mimi personally, in my case, tuseme hata mtu ameniambia nimemkosea. Hata at that time, naweza kuwa mimi sioni venye nimekukosea. I don't understand mbona unasema nimekukosea. Nitatu apologize, ama hata nikikosa ku apologize at that time, nitaenda back home. I always have that thought, nini ile niliweza kwa nilifanya yaka feel vibaya, ama at the same time na analyze the reaction that you give me. Tuseme kama nimekwambia, tuseme kama like for example, like let me give you an example, like jana ama ni juzi we were supposed to go shoot your vlog kwa wale ile place. So venye nilienda nikaenda, I had errands, lakini nilikuwa nimekwambia niko na errands, right? Yes, my mama alikuwa amenituma, I had errands, so I went, nikarudi kwa nyumba, I slept like kitu 1 nikielekea. So venye nililala niliamka kitu 4. So after kuamka 4 ndo nikapata your missed call. Ndo nikikupigia ulikuwa mteja, nikapiga na mimi nyingine ulikuwa mteja, WhatsApp au online. So mimi nikaanza kujambia kwani ulikasirika? You know, ulinipigia uko na sijaitika ukajam, nikasema yenyewe it's my fault juu nilikuwa nafani kuja nikushutie saa 8. But nilikuwa nimekwambia, so I was assuming maybe pia wewe utaona amelala 1, sizi kwa nimeamka by 2 na nilikuwa night shift. So I feel like lazima pia wewe ujirudie as a friend, like unless it's not that deep with your friendship, ndio unaweza pulzilia. But kama you care about this person, lazima uende ujiulize mbona mtu ana feel this way about this situation. Hata kama wewe you didn't do anything wrong, tuseme wewe mwenye unaambiwa you did something wrong, you didn't do anything wrong, but why is this person thinking like this? Why are they feeling like this is what you did? Hata kama it's just for their peace of mind, just tell them you apologize, you didn't mean to make them feel that way. That's what I feel like should happen. Yeah. So what are, sijui kama kuna disadvantages na advantages of friendships, but what do you guys think? Do you think there's a disadvantage, there's advantages? What do you guys think?
I think the greatest disadvantage of friendships would be peer pressure. right? So whereby you find a lot of people are just behaving in a certain way because the people they surround themselves with behave in that particular way, right? Which means it takes away the chance for one person to reason on their own accord, right? So that would be a greatest disadvantage if you ask me. Also, another disadvantage is if your friends see you constantly self-sabotage and they're not calling you out on it, right? You need to have friends who can sometimes be like, hey, vile unaendelea hatuoni ikikuwa poa, right? And not only kukuambia, but they are willing to extend help in case you need to deal with that particular thing, right? So those are the two disadvantages I would think of.
I don't know. I feel like it's the risk of, I've been vulnerable with you and raw with you, and then for me, it's just the risk of you just breaking my trust, the trust I have for you. Because mtu tu anaweza kufanyia tu kitu and you're like, oh my goodness, what is that? So breaking trust, I feel like that's the biggest risk and disadvantage I will get from you, unless you, yeah. What about you?
I would say disadvantage. I would say it will depend on how you are relating to this person, because kama kuna hizi friendships zenye we see them online, hizi za TikTok, ama hata zenye hata we don't know about, kama like having a friend who is a copycat. There are friends who are copycats. Ukivaa nguo ya brown leo, kesho ni mimi nanunua hiyo nguo. The following day ama they are taking the exact same hairstyle, umeshuka ndo anaenda kushuka. Ukinunua hii nguo pia yanataka. Ukinunua hii kiatu pia yanataka. I feel like it's kind of weird, but kuna wenye maybe they have planned kumatch, they have planned, it's their friendship, dynamic, wanapenda kuvaa nguo zinafanana, wanapenda kushuka wakifanana. Pia so it depend na benye itakuwa, so your peer pressure ina make sense if somehow influencing you to go out of your way, hata if you can't afford ama if you're not there yet, na una feel sijui kama inaweza kuja na jealousy and envy. Kama ni peer pressure yenye unatamani kukuwa na something your friend has, so you just go out of your way just for you to match with your friend.
Peer pressure mostly ni kutry kufit in. So anything that you can think around trying to fit in. Kwa mbugi yangu inadu hivi, so I have to do it. So like for example, wao wase wenye tuseme wase wako na wababa, right? If you hang out na wao sana, unaona vile wanaishi the luxurious posh life, right? And then people waanze kufikiria hakuna vile mimi nitakuwa hivi, right? And then sasa
I think that makes sense. From that aspect it makes sense. So over to the advantages. I would say having a good friend is like having a good support system, where hata kama you have not gotten to where you've dreamed ama you've envisioned yourself, this person is going to be able to speak life into you, to hata wakati una feel discouraged anakuuliza wewe ni nini, kwani huja record, unamwambia yeye siko na feel confident, amka confidence nini, this person is there to just motivate you, to make sure you're on your toes and all that. But also it begs the question, if this person doesn't really involve themselves in what I'm doing, would we say they are a good friend or a bad friend if they are not involved? Let's say tuseme kama mimi TikTok tuseme, let's say if your friends don't comment on your post, ama they don't like your post, they don't engage with your content, ama they don't really support your dream, they don't care how you are doing ama what you're doing with your life, do we say if they are a good friend or they are a bad friend?
Okay, I feel like support is very vital in friendships, but we don't have to like the same things when we're friends. If you like hiking, I don't have to also love hiking, but I can support you.
If ever I had a video, would you dance in it? Would you dance?